Hey, gun people! Happy Veterans Day! I'm gonna go ahead and post this on Veterans Day because it's probably appropriate. This is image from Australia, where they confiscated the guns. And I mean, watching this video, it really makes me sad that all these beautiful weapons that were bought and paid for by the citizens, that they could have passed down for generation, from father to son to grandfather to grandchild. I mean, just all the history that these guns provided: safety, security, gave people the ability to defend themselves, and they allowed government to take their guns. And I say they allowed because every country ends up allowing it, either through force, intimidation, or lies. It happens in every nation since the beginning of time. And the Second Amendment is so important to a free people. Like I said, I was just watching this video and it was so stinking sad. I'm just like, oh my, a Steyr 9mm rimfire? I didn't know they made a 9mm rimfire. Beautiful shotguns. People can't feed their families, can't hunt, can't protect themselves against wild animals, can't protect themselves against peaceful immigrants, can't protect themselves against politicians, government. I mean, it's just, I just don't get how people can get to that point in their life that they think it's a good idea to give a bunch of politicians in government that never spend money like they're supposed to. They always want more. They always lie. They never do what they're going to say they're going to do. And somehow, over and over again, each country talks their citizens somehow into giving up their guns. Either it's for your safety, it's for national security, it's for the children, it's we're going to protect you, we'll buy them back from you, we'll get... You know what? If you sell your gun and the government wants all the guns, whatever you get for it ain't enough, and the government's going to get it back 100-fold, one way or the other. It's a bad investment to give up your guns. And it just, I'm looking at all these beautiful guns and I'm just like, these are works of art. I mean, people put time and effort into doing the stocks and cleaning and maintaining. I just can't, it just boggles my mind, people. And especially Australia, because I had a lot more respect, and I still like Aussies, but I just thought that you guys were smarter over there and that you wouldn't do this. I mean, the UK, you've still got idiots saying it was a good idea and love it. So, I mean, you know, you can't help stupid, but I get all the time people from Australia saying, man, we should have never done it. You got people breaking in your house. You can't even have a knife in Australia now to defend yourself. I think you go to jail if you fight with a burglar who's stealing your stuff. I mean, it's just outrageous how government... And I guarantee you, government wasn't saying this was going to happen when they were getting your guns. They were telling you, the death rate's high, it's for the children, we need to protect you. It's too dangerous, we can't do our job, we're going to have to raise taxes. You're going to have insurance. We'll just start making laws. We're going to raise the cost of ammo, we're going to raise the cost of guns. We're going to make it so hard and so cost prohibitive to own a gun that you'll willingly give it up because it's just, here's the word, easier. Freedom isn't easy, people. And if you don't fight government for it, government loves taking freedom. I mean, it's just outrageous. But I'll tell you what, man, like I said, this is one of the saddest videos that I'm watching, seeing all these beautiful works of art and all the people that just gave their guns. And this is what the government did. I mean, they didn't even buy them and like try to resell them. They didn't like give them to another. You know how many countries are out there that would love, how many people would love to have a weapon to be able to feed themselves, to protect themselves from bullies, to protect themselves from tyrannical governments? You know how many people would literally, I mean, they are literally dying because they don't have a weapon. And here we have a country that's supposedly first world, and their public agrees to this. Just absolutely gut-wrenching to me. And I just thought it was appropriate on Veterans Day. Wow. Unthinkable. I'm a vet. No vet I know wants the Second Amendment to go away. And if that ain't a clue, I don't know what it is. You're going to find some little turncoat, Tory, pink panty, voting idiots who will say, oh no, gun control's good. You'll probably have some liberals out there saying, well, I own a gun, and I'm liberal. But I'm telling you, no vet worth his salt thinks that government, only government having guns to use against the people is a good idea. Any vet that's been around the world and seen places like this, places where the public isn't armed, they're victims. That's all they are. And when you give up your guns because the government tells you it's a good idea, because you believe the government's going to really protect you, because you believe that it's best for you because the government tells you it's best, when you do that, I hate to say it, but you almost deserve to lose your freedom. You get the government you deserve. And if you're electing people and you're allowing them to stay in and run this country and nobody's pushing back or fighting, well, I guess you get what you get. It irritates me to no end when I have all these other people watching my videos in the UK saying, man, you guys are crazy in America. You got too many guns. They believe because the media only shows when idiots go out and commit crimes with guns that they think everyone's running around out here who has a gun is out there committing crimes. I mean, that's how stupid these people are. And if they really showed the stats, they would know that millions of people every year save themselves from being a victim of a burglary, of a theft, of murder, of home invasion. I mean, but you know what? It's easier to believe a lie. And I just don't know how you get people to critically think. I mean, government's taken over the education system, so they've convinced everybody, you know, they get them at young and they get them scared of guns, and they start suspending people from school because they eat a Pop-Tart in the shape of a gun. And you get a bunch of moms scared. Oh, my kid's scared. And mom's against guns, and mom's for responsible, and we got to have gun locks, and you got to lock it up. You need insurance, and we need background checks. And we got cops committing crimes every day. They've all had more background checks than citizens that have guns. It is not the gun, it's the people. And if you are a decent person and you give up your gun thinking you're going to do the right thing, ask somebody who got on a train thinking it was a good idea just to go along. It'll work out. See what kind of answers you get from that. Giving up your guns is no different than getting on a train, people. Very, very sad. It's been in the news lately, there was a whole family almost wiped out in Mexico. And I want to play a little clip from a lady over there who lost family. So this is Kendra. She's a family member of the victims where in Mexico they ambushed and killed, I think, 9-month-old toddlers, killed little girls, shot everybody up. Everybody will say, well, that's the cartel, they're criminals. Well, yeah, but they're also part of the government, and the government allows it, and the government never protects its citizens. And when they take your guns and tell you they're going to protect you, I don't even know how they can say it with a straight face. But this girl gives some good advice about guns.
I don't know where you're standing on the whole people trying to take away the guns in America right now, but I say fight for those guns, because these things are happening here in Mexico because the people can't protect themselves, because by law they're not allowed to own these guns. And so since the government isn't doing their job of protection in the way that they should, these cartels can just wreak havoc and the people are less defenseless. And so I say hold on to your guns, people.
Pretty good advice. On this Veterans Day, happy Veterans Day to all. Remember, the second is here for your protection, not government's protection. All right, we'll end that there.